When you close our last session, we're looking at the bottom of the iceberg, that whole idea of disappointment being a big significant part of that iceberg. And we had looked at unfailing love, and when we closed, we were looking at the area of significance. Let me give you a few more points about significance. I'd mentioned that we all want to feel that what we do is important to other people. And lack of significance is a big reason why relationships struggle. Let me paint a picture in a typical home. Perhaps mom loves her tea made in a very specific way. She likes her tea with fresh ginger, and she knows the ratio of ginger to water, and she wants that ginger boiled for a certain amount of time before the tea leaves and the milk are added. And mom has trained her son or her daughter on how to do this. One Sunday afternoon, mom says, Monica, could you fix me a cup of tea? And Monica knows the kind of mom she has. So she goes in there and measures the water exactly the way mom likes it, grinds the fresh ginger exactly the way mom likes it, but mom is hovering over Monica. And as Monica puts a teaspoonful of fresh ginger in that water, mom says, can you add a bit more? And so Monica adds a bit more. And Monica allows it to boil for 5 minutes, which is the standard time that mom had trained her, and is about to add milk to it, and mom says, let it boil a bit longer. And this process goes on. Monica is making tea, but mom is correcting her at every stage, and Monica is getting really frustrated. In the end, the tea is made, and Monica is frustrated. The next time mom asks Monica to make tea, Monica says, Mom, why don't you just make it yourself? Or Monica says, Mom, I'll make it, but please go take a walk and come back 15 minutes later because your tea will be ready. The moment you begin to criticize Monica in the making of tea, Monica feels criticized. Monica feels like her making of tea is not appreciated. Perhaps she didn't make it just right, and you go in there and you take your first taste and you're saying, who made this tea? It is so bitter. And you forget that effort was put into it. You're focused on correction. And while it is true that you must correct, you need some tact in how to do it. What is terrible about drinking bad tea one day and then retraining a child to make it good, instead of throwing out that bad tea and also in the process throwing out the relationship? Remember, parents, as you correct issues in the home, remember to retain the relationship. And I could extrapolate this example to other areas, but just remember, your child is looking for significance, your child is looking for unfailing love. When they don't get it, they are very disappointed. The third area is the whole area of security. Relationships are supposed to be refuges for us to feel safe, and the home relationship is really a place where a child feels safe. When this fails, children feel very insecure. Let me paint a picture of your 12-year-old son, or perhaps it's a daughter, who is still wetting his bed. And they have younger siblings. And Uncle Jackson comes to visit. And Uncle Jackson is your younger brother, and his children are younger than your children. And Uncle Jackson comes to your son and says, "Hi, Aaron, why don't you come with me and spend the weekend with me?" And Aaron looks at you and he says, "Uncle Jackson, I can come, but I need to come back home because, I've got some homework to do." But, Aaron is bringing up this reason. The real reason he doesn't want to spend the night at Uncle Jackson's house is because he'll wet his bed and his younger cousins will find out and he'll be embarrassed. And Aaron and you, the dad, know this, and Aaron looks at you, and in that look, Aaron expects that you will tell Uncle Jackson that, yes, Aaron does have some work to do. Let him come, but I'll pick him up. But you mess up everything. Say, "Come on, Aaron, you need to go and relax a bit. Go spend the night, Uncle Jackson knows about your bedwetting problem. It won't be a problem. You can go with him." And Aaron looks at you. You've just disclosed his secret. Aaron feels terrible about bedwetting. He's trying to stop, but he's struggling. And now you've told Uncle Jackson about his bedwetting issue. As far as Aaron is concerned, you've told the whole world. And guess what? The little cousins are there, and they're looking at each other and they're giggling. Aaron still wets his bed. Did that happen to you in your growing up years? Security. A child is looking for security, and they're looking for that in relationships, the home relationships. When security crumbles, the child is disappointed. In talking about security, the secret is out. Aaron is feeling ashamed. His younger cousins know that he wets his bed. And Aaron is not talking, but Dad is insensitive. He doesn't know why Aaron is not talking. So what happens? Children and adults who are disappointed manipulate their relationships in order to get love, significance, and security. And they may not be aware that they're manipulating them because it happens naturally. They are protecting themselves. The approach is used by parents to get their young ones to trust them again. The hugs and kisses are not working for the teenagers. The teenagers are coming home and they're not talking. Aaron comes back from Uncle Jackson's house and is not talking, and you erroneously conclude something terrible happened there. Well, something terrible happened before they left. When these approaches fail, deep disappointments result, and multiple disappointments can really affect a child's outlook to life. Now, parents, think about your own growing up years and share with us a deep disappointment that you went through as a teenager. Perhaps it's a school that you had applied to go to, secondary school, and you missed it by a few points. Perhaps your parents told you they'd buy you a bicycle when you get a particular grade, and you got your grade but never got the bicycle. What is it that has disappointed you? And how has it affected your life going forward? Now, some of you will say, it hasn't affected me. But I want to urge you to think about it, because it has affected you. It has affected the way you react to life. It has affected the way you treat the people who disappointed you. Externally, you may say, I understand, but deep inside, the hurt still remains. When we are disappointed in life, we come up with a basic belief that will take us through life. That basic belief is designed to protect us from further hurt. And when we come back to our next session, I'll be focusing on this whole area of basic beliefs, which is the B part of your isosceles triangle.